Live from San Diego, California.
We go live to the newsroom with your host
for Nick's Nerd. Oh, what up, guys? It's me, Nick. Feeling a little under the weather the last few days, so gonna see what we can talk about today. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time just because I can't really breathe through my nose. So I'm just gonna put that out there. If I sound muffled for any reason, it's because I literally have to breathe through my mouth. So gonna try and do my best today for you guys. But other than that, just some stuff going on. Glad you guys could make it. I mean, hey, it's November 10th. We are less than a month away from Halo Infinite. Unfortunately, I did not go see Eternals this weekend, so we will not have a review of Eternals this week. And I did get Forza Horizon 5 and Jurassic World Evolution 2 this week. We will be talking about that on next week's episode. Just I want to put that out there. But before we go any further, just want to just dive right into it. Again, as I always say, the 101 League, great friends and partners over there. FGC night tomorrow night. We do Smash Ultimate on Fridays. I think we're going to be taking a step back from that for the holidays. And then Smash Melee every Saturday. That's going to continue for the foreseeable future. I am on the mic shoutcasting on Fridays and Saturdays. You guys can check us out at twitch.tv/the101 League. Check us out on Discord. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff, the 101 League. Great little local esports community and league out of Oceanside. Started by one of my friends. But without further ado, hey, let's get right into it, shall we? Like I said, if I sound weird, it's because I'm sick, but hey, I'm still here for you guys. There are some major things I did want to talk about. The biggest thing, of course, so November 7th has essentially unofficially become N7 Day, related to Mass Effect, things like that. BioWare tends to drop hints or teases or things on N7 Day. Of course, it was 3 days ago now, but they didn't do anything crazy. Nothing too crazy, but they did release a poster. It doesn't say anything other than Mass Effect, and it shows off a new ship and a group of people walking from the ship into what looks like a crater. Obviously, one of them is a Krogan. One looks like an Asari. I don't know. New style ship, but when you really look at it, if you look at this crater, the way it's shaped, it looks exactly like a Geth faceplate or a Geth helmet or a Geth head. It's quite apparent, really. You can't miss it. But all it says is Mass Effect will continue. This strange looking ship that very human like just says SFX on it, but that's really it. And I don't know. I guess they're hinting at the return of the Geth, which, I mean, the Geth didn't really go anywhere, but it depends on how you ended your story and depends on how you ended your story, really. So it very different. But I'm excited to see then where it goes from here. But that is what's going on over on the Mass Effect side of the world. Todd Howard was on an interview show this week, and he confirmed a couple things. Bethesda is committed to single-player games, no surprise there. And Starfield is apparently fully playable from start to finish. Obviously, it's not polished and perfect. Who am I kidding? It's Bethesda. It'll never be perfect. But it is finished, essentially. So they are committed to their November 2022 release date. So that is next fall. It's actually a year from tomorrow. They are committed to that date. But it is finished. It is playable. It will have mod support. They even said you can pick your pronouns, and the NPCs will use it. So it is. Looks like it's been under work for quite a while. And I guess Todd Howard said it had to be made now, even at the expense of delaying Elder Scrolls 6. So that might make some people upset, but honestly, no surprise there. But that is what's happening, and they do have an idea for Fallout 5. However, don't expect it anytime soon. And then the biggest gaming news this week, it actually happened today, of all things. Unity, the Unity game engine, or Unity game place, it's a free engine that people can buy. It's a free engine that people can buy. It's a free engine that you can buy add-ons to and things like that, and you can make your own games with it. They are buying Weta Digital, which is the visual effects studio that was started by Peter Jackson back during the Lord of the Rings. And so they've worked on the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit trilogies, Avatar, Avengers, and Game of Thrones, and of course King Kong. And they also use facial capture. They do anatomical modeling, simulation and deformation of moving objects, modeling for hair and fur, a lot of other things that come with gaming as well. Apparently, this acquisition is going to be $1.62 billion in a mix of cash and stock, which is wild that Weta is worth that much. And Unity will then acquire its tech and assets as well as 275 Weta engineers. This is expected to finish in Q4 of this year, and that's crazy. Oh, I guess last year, interesting time for Weta, as last year a local news investigation uncovered apparently a lot of allegations of a toxic work environment over there. Remember, they are in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Unity. This is interesting. Weta VFX will continue to do what they do. Oh, wait. Yeah, so it's essentially Peter Jackson's still going to be there. And it will eventually be integrated and all that. You can read about more, but Unity, the game engine Unity, is purchasing Weta FX. And then in the strangest gaming announcement, the crossover fighting game Jump Force, with all the different anime characters, is shutting down. It's going to be delisted from digital storefronts in America on February 7th. And then its online servers will be shut down permanently on August 24th, 2022. So if you've been playing Jump Force, you won't be able to play online after next year. Bandai Namco announced that everything will be made unavailable for purchase, including all the DLC, as well as its in-game currency. So just be aware of that. You technically will still be able to play online, but it won't be ranked. You can only do just, I guess, versus PvP battles. As long as you have purchased the DLC, you'll still be able to play it. All the offline stuff will be fine. But the servers shut down on August 24th. You won't be able to go into the multiplayer lobby and participate in online events, ranked matches, clan functions, any of that stuff. Leaderboards will go away. The in-game store will also cease to function. But that's what's going on with that. Hasn't even been out. It's been out 2.5 years. 2.5 years, and it's already getting shut down because nobody is playing it, and it didn't get good reviews. Yeah. And final bit of gaming news today, announced late today. The Steam Deck has been delayed a full 2 months to February. Unfortunately, it will not meet its December launch. Apparently, the chip shortage has finally gotten to Steam, as we can tell that it's not going to do well for them over there either. So if you pre-ordered a Steam Deck, unfortunately you won't be getting it until February. You will not have it in time for the holidays any longer, which is unfortunate, but understandable. And I think everyone knows with everything that's going on right now that can't really expect much, right? So it is unfortunate, but I mean it's what's happening right now, and hopefully this all won't continue for much longer in the new year, because people are gonna like riot if they can't get tech or cars next year. And because it's ridiculous that this is happening still. But that's it for gaming. Got a quick couple things to talk about TV wise. Stranger Things dropped a new trailer on Saturday, of all things. Saturday morning. Very heavy emphasis on the California and 11, showing 11, of course, living with Will's family in California. Talking about going back to hang out with, oh man, what's the kid's name? I don't even remember what his name is. Anyway, I know 11 and Will, but no matter, not important. Stranger Things 4 drops summer 2022. Yes, I know it's way later than most of us expected, but it is coming, and it will be next summer, and eventually they're not going to be able to do this show with these kids as they keep getting older. That's for damn sure. Today, it was announced, yesterday, Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk has confirmed it will get a second season for Squid Game. He doesn't know when it's going to happen, but he is going to do it, and he is working on it, but he doesn't know what else to say. He did say, though, he said, quote, "There's been so much pressure, so much demand, and so much love for a second season, so I almost feel like you leave us no choice. But I will say there will be indeed be a second season. It's in my head right now. I'm in the planning process currently, but I do think it's too early to say what, when, and how that's going to happen. I will promise you this, Gi-hun will come back. He will do something for the world," unquote. So, it looks like we are definitely going to build off of what happened at the end of Season 1, if you haven't watched. I'm not going to spoil it, because that show's fucking great, and you need to go watch it, and make sure you watch it with subtitles, because it adds more gravitas to it, because you get to hear the real actors and their like emotions in it. And then final bit of TV news here today before the Disney Plus anniversary this week. Miss Marvel has officially been delayed until at least 2022. The upcoming Marvel show was supposed to release this year. I don't know what happened there. But during the Disney Investor Day, it was announced that it was delayed. No other info other than Q4 2022, which is July through September, so anytime then. And then it was also confirmed that Andor, the Cassian Andor show, would premiere in that time frame as well. I don't think they finished filming that show. But this gives me high hopes that Kenobi may be in the springtime. And a lot of people are expecting a trailer on Friday this week, so we will find out more then. But as of right now, the next Marvel show, I think, is Miss Marvel. After Hawkeye, I should say. I think it's because Moon Knight only just started. Yeah, I think the next Marvel show, if not, it's What If Season 2. But all right, so here's it looks like Moon Knight might be coming sooner than I thought. So Moon Knight finished filming in October. She-Hulk finished filming in August. And then Secret Invasion is currently filming. Miss Marvel is in post-production, so I don't know why that one got delayed. And then, of course, that's what's coming right now. Of course, Loki's going to get a season 2. We don't know when that's going to start or anything like that. But that way we have an idea of when these shows are coming. So it looks like Moon Knight and She-Hulk are actually going to be more than likely the next things up. I think She-Hulk will be after Moon Knight because I think She-Hulk's going to require a lot more CGI work and things like that. I don't think Moon Knight will require as much. I mean, Moon Knight is pretty much Marvel's Batman. So we'll see how that all plays out. That is it for TV, though. And then a couple things I want to talk about for movie-wise, just before we wrap up today, as I struggle to breathe. I told you guys it'd be a quick one today. The first thing I do want to talk about is Chris Columbus, the director of the first 2 Harry Potter films and a plethora of other family films, has come out and said that he would love to do a Cursed Child movie with the original cast. It's still a little too early to do it. He did say it might not be right now, but sometime soon. And he is hoping to be involved in that in some capacity in the future. But he would love to make that with the OG cast. Unfortunately, he did not direct the rest of the franchise. I don't remember why he left, as they ended up being directed by pretty much, I think it was one person for 3, and then, I don't remember. I don't know why I always type that. Let me see. Let's see who the directors were. Chris Columbus did the first 2. Alfonso Cuarón did the third one. Mike Newell, I don't know that name offhand. He did 4, and then David Yates did the last of them. That's right. David Yates did a good chunk of them. Oh, wow. He hasn't directed. Alfonso Cuarón hasn't directed anything in a while. Anyway, I would like to see Chris Columbus return to the franchise. Definitely some things that would be different. And a lot of people, I'm sure, would want Yates to do it, though. Considering, I mean, he directs... Literally, he's only directed Harry Potter movies other than the Legend of Tarzan movie a few years ago. Like, his first movie was in 1998, and then he didn't direct for 9 years, did Order of the Phoenix, and then every Harry Potter movie since, including the Fantastic Beasts. So clearly, people would want him to do it. I don't think that would happen. I mean, he's done a lot of TV, so he's not really, but movies are different. But it would be interesting, though, to see Chris Columbus return if they end up making The Cursed Child into a film. I read it. I didn't care for it at all, to be honest. It was just not good. It was not good at all. I did not like it. And granted, it was written as it's a play, and then it was just turned into like a book, so it reads really awkwardly, but it is not. I think I'd have to see it in a play, and it's really weird because it was written as a play, so it doesn't have the same vibe as the other books. That's why I personally didn't care for it. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only person that didn't care for it. So I was a little disappointed with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Granted, it's mostly about his son Severus or Albus. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. It probably would work as a movie based, and again, the play is supposed to be really good as well. Right now, there's a major feud going on between Vin Diesel and The Rock when it comes to the Fast and the Furious movies. And Vin Diesel is laying down the hatchet. He is offering he's offering a peace offering an olive branch, if you will. And he put on an open letter on Instagram saying, "My little brother Dwayne, the time has come. The world awaits the finale of Fast 10. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. There's not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes. But the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo. I swore that we would reach and manifest the best fast in the finale that is 10. I say this out of love, but you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs can't be played by no other. I hope that you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny." Unquote. I am surprised by this. I know they both have massive egos. I know the fight was the feud was kind of started by Diesel, so it's nice to see him kind of back off of it. We'll see if The Rock responds, though. Of course, this all goes back to 2016 when The Rock said someone on set was being a candy ass. More than likely Diesel. Of course, Diesel was upset that The Rock got his own spin-off franchise. Like, I'm sorry, Vin, but like, you only make money in the Fast movies. Like, none of your other stuff has ever taken off. Like, The Rock is way more bankable, and so is Jason Statham, unfortunately. But look, I love the Fast movies. I love them. I do. And if we could get Hobbs back, I would be totally on board. That's something I would love to see happen again. But it all depends on The Rock and if he can fit it into his literally massive schedule. I mean, the man just said that the Black Adam movie is going to have a high body count, which really strange wording for a superhero movie. We'll see, though. We'll see. I want him back. I'll say that for the record. Also, this week, really weird, we got a new poster for Spider-Man No Way Home, hinting at what's to come, showing off Peter in the Iron Spider outfit, and very, very surprisingly, our first look at Green Goblin, our first look at Willem Dafoe back as the Green Goblin. And he seems to be riding the same Goblin glider, or whatever the hell it's called, from the Raimi films. And he looks to be wearing the same outfit as well. And I know, technically, they are the same ones, as Alfred Molina pretty much confirmed during an interview. Was a few months back now. But I am very surprised they would show this off on a poster. We are just over a month away, and we still haven't had a second trailer, which, again, is very, very strange, especially for a Marvel movie. They are keeping this very tight and very close to the vest. They do not want anything coming out. Meanwhile, more leaks are coming out, apparently showing all the Spideys and Daredevil, allegedly. Now, I cannot confirm, I cannot deny these things. I have not seen the images. I've just read a description of them. But very interesting for sure. And even Tom Holland was like, "Oh, it's going to be dark. It's going to be bold." And like, I was like, "Oh, whoa, it's not going to be fun." That's interesting for a Spider-Man film. Not fun. Because every time they try to do dark and edgy for Spider-Man, it does not work out in their favor. I mean, we've all seen how Spider-Man 3 turned out, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. But no, I think Tom Holland and John Watts have figured out a perfect formula here. And I think they're going to nail it. I think they're going to knock it out of the park. I'm not worried at all. We'll see. We will see when the movie comes out in a few short weeks. And then, interesting, this came out the other day. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron film has been indefinitely delayed. It was supposed to start production next year for a 2023 release, but due to scheduling conflicts, it has been put off the schedule entirely. No word yet on any new release date or anything like this. No word on if another Star Wars film will take its place. More than likely, another one will fill the void for whoever is ready to go on their film, considering there's a few in the pipeline at various stages of development. But that very interesting for sure to see what will happen with that. I was really excited for this movie. I hope it still happens. Patty Jenkins is a busy woman. I mean, she is going to be doing Wonder Woman 3, of course. She's going to be doing a Cleopatra movie with Gal Gadot as well. So, lot going on in Patty's world. And she's probably doing some other things too. I'm sure it will happen. Just, it's not going to happen as soon as we all thought, which is unfortunate. I hope it gets made before Wonder Woman 3, though. Probably won't, to be honest. I'm sure Wonder Woman 3 will end up getting made first now. Granted, I don't even know. They haven't even set a release date for Wonder Woman 3, so I don't know why I'm saying this. But I do hope this Rogue Squadron still gets made. I hope Patty Jenkins still gets to direct it. Because I'm very looking forward to this movie. As much as I despise the Rebellion, and I don't care for X-Wings that much, I would love to see a Rogue Squadron film, purely for space battles, and purely for the dogfights and everything like that, and just, it would be so cool to watch, just like the games. I mean, we all want it. We all want it. We know we all want it. So, hopefully, it doesn't get delayed too long and is in a theater within the next 3 to 5 years. That's all I'm hoping. And final movie news today just came out today as well. Strangest thing I've ever heard. Paramount has announced that they are delaying Transformers: Rise of the Beasts a full year. The movie just finished filming. It just wrapped production. So it's very strange to hear them delay a movie a whole year, especially when they just finished. The only thing I can think of is they want to make sure that the animation is like on point and solid and damn near perfect. That's the only thing I can think of for the delay. Or they're concerned about it competing with like Top Gun, their other big film, got delayed to like May. So I'm sure, if anything, they don't want Top Gun interfering with it. But that's when you would only delay a few months, not a whole year. So, yeah, interesting for sure for a whole year. And then part of that, the next Star Trek film has been delayed from mid-year 2023 to November or December 2023. So a lot of delays over on Paramount's side. It's weird for them to delay movies that are so far out, one of which hasn't even started production, which I can get that delay. But again, the Rise of the Beasts delay is interesting for sure, especially when it just finished filming. We'll see what becomes of that, though, in the new year. That's it this week for Nixner News, guys. Like I said, make sure to check out the 101 League on Twitch. I shoutcast on Fridays and Saturdays. They also do FGC tournament nights on Thursdays. I am not on the mic, though, but still support them otherwise. Also, check out nixnernews.com, where you can find links to all of our different podcast pages, like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can listen right in your browser if you prefer. You can also find our social media tab, where we post, have links to all of our social feeds, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, post all the memes. And you guys can follow us if you'd like. Just search Nixner News on your preferred platform of choice. And with that, I'm out, folks. I will catch you guys next week. Remember, we are going to be talking about Forza. Going to be talking about Jurassic World Evolution 2 and some other things. But tune in next week. I'll see you guys on the flip side.